Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. Good morning, good morning. Listen, I got to go over here to TikTok too. I posted and made it there last night. I didn't do it. But good morning, good morning. I'm sitting here and my orders ain't coming through, so I said let me go ahead and do a YouTube live. I got to be on my YouTube up. It takes some time over here. So I just keep doing lives every time I get a chance. But and look, don't look at my shoulder because I know how y'all are. You see that little patch on my shoulder? That's because I've been in the gym and this shoulder is giving me the most. I worked out again last night. So this right here is sore. It's sore. Like it's super sore. So I got me a little icy hot patch on the. I think I tore my rotator cuff again. I know I did, but I got this little icy hot patch on it. So I went in the gym again last night. I didn't care. I'm defeated. I'm defeating it. Yes, I am. Listen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know I got a message. Good morning, Michael, son, Shalom, Joseph. Man, that's a long name. Let me see. Michael, son, Joel, 7, Joseph, 77, Shalom. I think I said it right. Did I say it right? Oh. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This message this morning is for women. I mean, men can listen too, but it's mostly for women of all calibers. And what I mean by all calibers, money or no money, fame or no fame, titles or no titles. It's just about women spiritually naked. Grand Rising Sunshine. It's about women just spiritually naked, soul to soul. Because I think a lot of women in this earth, they get it messed up about titles or no titles, money, no money, um, vocabulary, no vocabulary, um, hair, no hair, body sizes, shapes, whatever. I want to talk soul to soul. I don't care about nothing else. Strip away everything of that nature. Anything physical that this world got in a category or who's better than who because who don't got what. We stripping away all of that. Just look at yourself, pure naked, soul to soul. No titles, no nothing. Just yourself. Just period, soul to soul. I want to talk about something because I think a lot of women. Oh wow! I got a shoulder problem, y'all. So even when I reach out, it hurts so bad. So y'all might hear me scream throughout my message, okay? But just bear with me. Oh wow! I'm gonna do that a lot. I'm gonna give y'all a heads up. That's my disclaimer for this video. You're gonna hear me say, "Oh wow!" Because I'm gonna move a little bit, and it's gonna, "Oh wow!" Okay? I cracks my own self up, believe me or not. Okay. But anyways, I want to talk about something, and I talk to women all day. This is a big jump for me, opening up to women because of what my mother had done to me. I just did not want to even affiliate with women. I just didn't. I had a big anger against women because of what I've seen in my family and the pain that I have endured from my mother. Thanks to the Almighty, everything that I talk about on my channel is real. The characters are real. So I'm not just putting a name, replacing a name so another name would be hidden. No, I don't hide anything because I had to hide pain and suppress pain for a very long time. And now that the Almighty give me the ability to open up and release pain from years, years, I'm 50. So I just got to completed my healing journey. Not saying that I'm going to stop healing. I'm going to always heal until I get off this earth. That's just part of being on this earth. I would never let my guard down of, no, I don't need no more healing. I accept healing every day. And that's by prayer, reading the word of God, fasting, keep just sowing into myself. I'm going to always do that every day I wake up. And be thankful for being here to help others that want help. I don't force it. I'm not no Messiah. I'm not the Almighty God. I'm not here to be a rescue ship. I'm not here to carry your pain. I'm not here to pamper it either. But I am giving y'all insights on how the Almighty works and what He required from souls, not the things of this earth, because the things of this earth is not who you are. Many people put that in positions like, this is who I am. I got a 6-figure business. This is who I am. So, look up to me. No. Or I got a big home and I'm married with 5 kids. Look up to me. I'm inspirational. No. Or I got 10 cars in my yard and all of them paid for. So look up to me. I'm inspirational. No. No. That is not what's inspiring. Inspiring is when you go in without anything and open up what's within, not what's without. And this is where a lot of people mess up at and end up becoming a failure to themselves. Because eventually we wasn't told and we wasn't taught that materialistic things is never going to last forever. You can't hold on to something from 7 years old and still have the same feelings that you had 7 years old to now. Because if you do, then you're blocking your own life. You're living a dream, a fantasy, and that will hinder you. You'll become having attachment issues. You will being emotionally too much. And there is a such thing as being overly emotional, because you're putting yourself in overdrive for no apparent reason. And this is where a lot of women get messed up with men. Now, I'm going to give y'all some insight now that I understand and I can put it in words. I always been an action figure. I always say that. I always been about action. I never had time to sit and think about anything or contemplate on, well, this is what I'm going to do. No, I think when you think too much, blockages will start coming in the way. But if you allow life to flow, you allow yourself to be patient, you allowed yourself to educate off of what you went through and educate the pain. Pain might be overwhelming sometimes, but educate yourself in the overwhelming pain. In the overwhelmingness. Like if it's so severe, educate yourself in that severe situation, because it's some golden nuggets there. People run away from pain. I'm gonna run away from it because I don't want no parts of it. Why not? Or you hear a lot of women, I don't want to have a conflict with him, but I don't like the situation I'm in, but I don't want to tell him that because we're going to go into a conflict. Why avoid a conflict? Why avoid what you really want to say? Now you got to face your fears. Your car ain't going to be able to face that fear. Your house is not going to be able to face that fear. Your bank account may buy some time for the fear, but that fear gonna still be there. So this is where soul to soul got to come into place. And believe it or not, when y'all look up to people that got materialistic things, you are actually dodging and putting your fears behind, because you thinking, oh, they happy because they have a beautiful job or their social media is booming. So many people look up to them. These people that's looking up to people just because they look like they got a lot, those people are lost as well. They're dodging their fears as well. They're idling. And that's a big problem in this earth today. A lot of people like to idle. Idolatry. You like to look up to other people when you got your own soul right there that is allowing you to look at other people's situation and just fantasize. That is a bubble that needs to be popped immediately. You need to pop that bubble, pop right now. That's a bubble that need balloon bubble. I don't care what you want to call it. You need to pop that thought. And that thought need to be popped immediately. This is why a lot of people end up, divorces are very high. Relationships, I mean, people don't even want to be in relationships anymore. Or people so dark and bitter. Every time you speak to them, well, it's morning, I don't care. I mean, and I get up early in the morning, and I even stay up until about 11, 12 o'clock. This is my day, my time on earth where I stay awake unless I'm extremely tired. I do lives. I work for myself. I got a little small business. I talk to people throughout, not people just with money or materialistic things. I talk to people that have lost everything. I talk to people that never had a chance to get anything. I just talk to people in general. And there is no category for me. There are souls. I don't look at what you got. That is not even something I want to look at anyways, because that's not going to tell me who you truly are. That's not going to present your strength, because strength is hidden behind a lot of things that people really don't take time to look at. Like me, I'm strong for without anything. I had lots of things in my lifetime. But when the Almighty awakened me, he took everything away from me to build my authentic strength. My authentic strength come from just faith. It's just who I am. Now, if I get things now that's added to me, now I would know how to appreciate them. Because before I didn't appreciate them. I just would buy things and give it away. I just buy things and, oh, I got enough money to get something else. I got enough money to get another car. Okay, I don't want to pay car payments on this car. I want that car over there on that car lot. I'll go. This is the things I used to do. Just running through things because I had the money to run through things. I didn't appreciate it. It was just like, I'm on survival mode. I'm not getting out of it. I'm greedy now, because I didn't have a chance to have all that when I was a child. So as I grew up, broken, wounded, not knowing, and now I got an opportunity to get this and get that, and my bank account looking good, and I can get any man I want, nearly, not every man, but the ones I wanted, I could get them. Now I'm like, I'm greedy now. So now I'm building an arrogant spirit. Now the arrogant spirit is busting inside of me. Busting wide open in my flesh. I mean, darkening my soul. My mind is rebellious. I'm going to do what I feel is best for me. Forget anybody else. This is the things that happen when you are not in alignment, when you're not balanced, when you have not went in and healed. This healing is important, because healing will stop you and allow you to see the road you're going down. You won't be able to sit back and be like, okay, that's not it. This not it. Healing shows you this it, that's it. But when you're unhealed, that's not it. Your mind is different. You'll think a situation is a situation because this is what your broken ego is telling you to think. Or you become paranoid. You might not say it. You might not think it. You might not can discern it. Because when you are unhealed, you're blocked. You got blockages. And blockages will not allow things to unfold with patience. So when you got blockages, you're impatient. It's like you're running through a maze and you keep hitting a brick wall, and then you're angry. Then you hit another brick wall, then you're angry. Then you hit another brick wall, now you're disappointed. Then you hit another brick wall, now you're irritated. Now there's a whole lot of things building inside of you, because now you got a defiled heart. Now your heart is nasty. The words that come out your mouth as a woman. I was just sitting here, and I always use me because I've been through a lot. And I mean a lot. Chosen ones have to go through a lot. And I'm not perfect. So don't think I'm sitting up here trying to be perfect. No, I'm trying to tell you all that you can turn your imperfect life into wholeness. I was avoidance type of woman as well. I listen to all of these channels sometimes, maybe when the Almighty give me that chance to do it. I listen to channels that talk about brokenness. And we all are narcissists. We all have demonic traits because we all grew up in something toxic. We got some type of toxic family members. We got some type of toxic cycles and patterns within our generational lineages. We just go ahead and nip that in the bud right now. I mean, we're not even going to play that game of blaming and pointing fingers. I don't do that over here anyways. I only talk about and think about what is best for you. And the Almighty gave me the opportunity to help others. Excuse me, y'all, because give me 1 second, y'all. So, the Almighty gave me the opportunity to. I always have a problem with my little eyelashes. I went eyelash free yesterday. I should have went eyelash free today. But the Almighty gave me the opportunity to help many. And I don't care if you don't want help, I'm not going to force that. If you don't like the things I say, I can't help that. If you feel like you don't need help, then you do what you do. If you feel like your life is going great, hey, be my guest. I'm not here to rescue anybody. That's just something I can't do. I'm not here to fix anybody. That's something I can't do. But I am here to shine the light on what many is running from and what many think is safe. And a lot of people think that, dodging information is safe. If I don't know about it, then I'm good. No, you need to educate yourselves on spiritual perspectives, because a lot of people just been moving by physical perspectives, and you ain't winning. Believe me when I tell you, I've been there, done that, been there, done that. You are not winning just by going off of physical perspectives. You're not winning, because I live both sides of the realm. I lived in the physical realm over 44 years of just straight physical things. And now that I got awakening by the Almighty, now I learned how to live spiritual things, and look at things in a spiritual perspective. So I'm going to tell you right now off the rip, you are not winning in the physical realm. Good morning, sunshine. How you doing, baby doll? You're not winning in the physical realm. I don't care what your title is. I don't care if you're in a relationship. I don't care if you got kids. I don't care if you got money in your bank account. I don't care if you got a good credit score. I don't care if your skin is looking good. I don't care if your hair is done. You can see a lot of women that's broke down. They'll get their fingernails done. You see a lot of women that really don't even love themselves, but they'll go get their hair done. They'll wear a nice outfit. They got cars. They got apartments. They got houses. They got kids. It don't matter. But within, you're warring with yourselves. And this is what need to be dealt with, because this is why a lot of women are side pieces. This is why a lot of women get used by men faithfully. This is why a lot of men can come and to and fro throughout your life, have the push and pull dynamic. They can talk to you any kind of way. They can abuse you any kind of way. This is real serious things. And it don't matter what you got. It's a matter of what you got going on within. And a lot of women don't have a lot going on within. They just have a lot going on without. And they thinking that this is going to pull a man. It's not going to pull that man. It's not going to pull him at all. This is just not how it's going to be. And this is the problem for many, because dealing with a lot of women and talking to a lot of women now, because now I allow women to come in my world. Before, I wouldn't allow women to get close to me. I did not like females. Okay, sunshine, kiss the babies for me. And thank you. But this is why now I'm open to women. And I have to deal with them every day, because now I allow myself to allow them to come in. But I did not allow women to come into my life before, because of what my mother, my cousins, and my sister done to me. And these women have titles. These women have money. These women have nice body shapes. These women have good vocabulary in public, but bad vocabularies behind the scenes. My own mother taught me a lot of things that can happen with a woman that feel like she's entitled. So I didn't like, that's why I never had female friends. Even when I worked at a job, women wanted to always get close to me, and I'd be like, God dog it, I don't like this. I don't like to be close to women. But I wouldn't say it. I just keep it in my head. But I would just be like, you trying to get close to me? You will never get close to me, because of what happened to me as a child. Bullied by my sister when I was a young child, a young girl. My sister would bully us, extremely. My sister would bully us to extreme measures. Like, soon as my mother walk out the house and go to work, my older sister would bully us. Some days I just couldn't fathom it, because I was like, she beating on us for what? And then as I grown and understood, now I understand, because what our mother was doing to her, she took on those traits to do it to us. You got to have some type of outlet. You're gonna put that. You got those broken emotions, got to go somewhere in life. And I learned a lot from that, growing up in a family that was extremely dysfunctional. Not saying that you're not going to, nobody came, that somebody, let me slow down, because I talk extremely fast. I got to learn how to work on my talking. I don't think that's going to never go anywhere. But I'm not saying that nobody came out of a very wholesome household. No. Everybody came out of a dysfunctional family. That is why the Messiahs had to come down, because dealing with the prince of the air in this world, everything is dysfunctional. That's why the Messiahs had to lay his life down, so we can understand we're going to live in dysfunctional frequencies and energies in this air. But we can walk through this air and not be touched. That's when that's when you are now born of God. That's where you got to have rebirth at. But give me a minute. This eyelash, I'm going to pull it off, because she is not wanting to do right, and this is not how I made her. I'm going to tell you right now. I went all natural yesterday. I think I'm going to have to go all natural today. Don't think I won't pull her off. I'm going to tell you right now. She's giving me issues. I might have got her over too far, I'm trying to see. Give me a second. I'm probably gonna take her off and put it back on. Give me 1 second, y'all. My devotion is here. This is Mark 12:30, and it say, and thou shalt love the Lord thou God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all their strength, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. This is the first commandment. Love the Almighty with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. Greater than thee. There is none other commandment greater than these. That's what it's saying. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, put it full down here. Mark 12:30. Okay, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, Like, you're supposed to love your brother and sister the way you love yourself. So that really justifies how many people love themselves, even though they might got everything in this world. They might got a position of borrowed power, and that's what I call it, because power is genuine. Power is ease. Power is comfort. Power is loving. Power is caring. Power is compassionate. Power is not egotistical. Power is not arrogant. Power is not prideful. Power is not overbearing. Power is not self-centered. So if you are this type of person and you got a position of power in this world, and you look down on others like they don't exist, you the only one exist, and people should look up to you, you on borrowed power, meaning Satan using your vessel to stay alive and become strong in this earth. So when you are powerful by the almighty strength, you're loving, you're kind, you're compassionate, you have boundaries, you have standards, you know that God is real, and you know that God will do it. So you know you ain't got to go around here fronting and stunting and boasting and bragging and trying to get other people to look up to you, or you ain't got to put on a mask to be something you're not. Your strength gonna flow organic. It's going to be organic. It's going to flow genuinely. It's going to be very authentic. It's going to just flow, you know, intensively, but it's going to be powerful, but it's going to be genuine. You ain't got to put so much into it. Ain't got to be a class act. It's just who you are. That's when you know you are balanced. You are in alignment with the Almighty. But if you got to go out here and boast and brag and lie and manipulate and put others down, or try to go around and throw others under the bus so people can look at you, or think that you are genuine or whatever, how much effort you put in to be powerful, you're on borrowed power, meaning Satan there. Satan is in your heart. Satan got some wounds still open that you really need to go and close. But this is Mark 12:30-31, I guess. But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. So these are the two commandments that the Almighty really want his children on this earth to do. Now, I know people like talking about government. I know people love talking about people in power. I know people love to talk about titles that they hold in their careers, or what career field they're in, and they uses those titles to get through life. That is a form of manipulation. Well, I'm a president here, or I'm an executive there, or I'm a chief and commander over here, or I'm a CEO over there, or I'm a district manager here, or I'm a supervisor, or I'm in management. You know, those are, or I'm a police officer, or I'm an athlete, or I'm a celebrity, or anything that people normally idol in a person. Something that people normally look up to or run to, or want them as their mentors, or people take their advice, or people will copy their styles or try to be like them. You have a identity problem. That is a identity crisis. And even when you get your kids to start looking up, or wanting your kids to be like in school, they'll say, what you ask the kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do kids normally name? A police officer, a firefighter, um, a ballerina, the president, the mayor, a school teacher, a principal. But they never say, I want to be like God. I want a heart like God. I want the Messiahs to show me who I'm going to be. They never say anything like that. The kids are programmed for physical things before they even know spiritual things. They never say, all I want to be is love. All I want to do is help my brother and sister. I just want to be me. Whatever God created me to be on earth. I want to know my purpose. I don't know my purpose. So when I get to know God, he can only tell me what I'm going to be. See, this world has set children up at a young age until adult age. This is where brainwashing come in. This is where being programmed. That's why the Almighty say you must be born again, because a lot of kids are brainwashed. Their identity gets stripped away from them at a very young age, because this world have, and what I mean by this world, the principalities in this world has messed up the individuals, the souls, minds, and their spirits are in a chaotic situation. It's very unbalanced, because A lot of people try to move before God, and this is how they're programmed. I'm gonna move before God. So what you're gonna be, and God might allow you to get into that position that you dreamed of your whole life. But one thing God ain't gonna do, God not going to let that position be a forever position. You're not going to hold that position down your whole entire life, because we can never have everything the same our whole entire life. Life is going to have some curveballs. Life is going to have some shifts. Life going to have some up and downs. Life is going to have some fears. Life going to have some unknown situation. Life going to have some pop-up situations that's going to need to be dealt with. Life going to always throw some unpredictable situations your way, but it depends on how you can handle them. And a lot of people can't handle them. And you know why? Because a lot of people have identity issues. You don't know your strength. And a lot of women and men only present what they work for as, this is who I am. I worked for this house over 45 years. And I put a lot of work in. That doesn't matter. That's just physical work. If that house crumble, can you still have that same strength that you had to build this house? Can you keep that same strength if you have to lose that house? This is where real strength tells who you are. This is where it really shows up. Your character really shows up. And this is where a lot of women get crossed up with men, having a man. A lot of women tell me, I can't let him go. He's gone. Well, in my heart, he's not. Why is he still there? Or I can't, when he come back around, I got to give in. Why you have to give in? If he's coming back and he got another woman, and this is a big thing for a lot of women on earth, y'all too physical. Nobody's spiritual too much. Y'all might say, I love God. Jesus is the Lord. Jesus is Christ. Jesus is our Messiah. Yeah, pray to God. God is good. Let's pray about it. Those are simple words. Those are simple conversations. Those are just I'm just getting through. So I'm going to use these strips to get through life. That's easy to do. But put what you just said to work. So if that man that you have a hard time detaching from because you won't allow yourself to detach, you can love and let go. There is a such thing as you can still love a person and let them go. I love my oldest son dearly, but I had to let him go. And I love him with all my heart. I raised him, but I had to let him go. I love him just that much to let him go. I love that my daughter, more than myself. But when she passed away, I had to learn to accept her loss. Even though memories have come through and emotions have come up, that's just because I have to live a physical life. I do have emotions. Everybody got emotions. The Almighty just didn't put one individual here and they don't have emotions. That's just part of life. So I'm going to get in a stage where I'm going to miss her. I'm going to feel the memories of her, because those are connections. The connection won't never die, but that's not gonna stop me from moving forward in life. I can love her I love her enough that I can accept losing her. I'm not gonna let that overwhelm me where I can't move forward or I can't remain happy. I'm not gonna let that make me bitter. I'm not gonna make me very arrogant or prideful. I'm not going to let sin in just because I lost my child. I'm not going to turn angry because I don't have her here anymore. I'm not going to go out here and hurt other people and blame other people because she's not around. Or I'm not going to get mad with women that got daughters. No. But this is what people really do. Or if they come out of relationship with a man or a woman, now I'm going to go like my ex. I can use him because I've been through a lot of things. My ex, he got mad because me and him split up. I loved him enough to let him go. Yeah, he was a good man financially. He was a good man in a friendship. But he didn't want to grow with me. He didn't want to get out of the old cycles and let's make a new life for ourselves. Let's get away from these addictions. Let's get away from this mindset. Because, see, I was awakening then. Now I'm on a brink of growing out of physical ways into spiritual ways. He didn't want to come. He didn't want to go. He wanted to stay into his old life. I couldn't stay there with him. I refused to stay there with him. Now I'm telling God, I choose darkness over light. I choose being at the bottom of the barrel when I could be sitting on a barrel. I'm not going to choose being at the bottom when I know I can climb to the top. The growth might be intense. The growth might feel like I'm in a punishment situation. But once I get where I need to be, the Almighty going to open up why he had to take me through it. From 2019 to now, the Almighty now let me know why I had to go through what I had to go through. I thought the whole time it was a punishment. I thought the whole time this is karma. But it wasn't karma. It was growth. Growth is ugly. Growth is painful because you got to reset your life. And I had to do it alone. And when I mean alone, I mean alone. Not I feel like I'm alone. No, I had to do it alone. I was alone. Physically, spiritually, I wasn't alone. But physically, I was alone. No children, no family, no friends, no outsiders, no nothing. Just me, myself, and I. And I had to learn how to build strength and doing it on my own and stop uplifting others. That's what I was embedded to do. Uplift others, give myself an upliftment, but put more into others, not just strangers, but family. My family taught me a lot about how people will just use your energy, and then once they get what they want from you, they'll throw you under the bus. My family showed me that, and this is I am so grateful that the Almighty allowed it to be my family. Because strangers couldn't hurt me. A relationship with a man couldn't hurt me, even though he might have cheated, he might have lied, he might have manipulated, he might have ran, he might have avoided, he might have did whatever. I did the same thing. That's why y'all don't never hear me say anything about a man. Because a man couldn't break me. A man couldn't snatch my identity, and I'm sure not bowing to one. Even when I was 14, going on 15, and I met my kid's father, and he tried to rebuild me with the devil in him. No, I got the devil on me too. How you going to rebuild the devil? Now we can ready be Rams. We can ready to clash. This whole relationship about to collapse. He tried. He gave it all he had because that's what he learned from his dad. To get a woman and rebuild her. Make her chase you. Make her respect you even when you're disrespectful. And she get out of hand, beat on her. This is what I had to go through when I was young. And this is why a lot of men get women at a young age, because they're in their head, they're naive. But my kid's father had a rude of awakening. He came across one day he couldn't tame. He couldn't train. He couldn't rebuild. And he was a man of, I'm not going to be broken. Can't no woman break me. Those are the words he used to tell me all the time. And get in my face, literally in my face. Can't no woman break me. And when I tell you he had the most nastiest attitude, I done dealt with some very nasty men in my life. Men that their hearts were cold. You could feel the coldness coming out of their words. That's how cold their hearts were. I mean cold-hearted men. I dealt with some real serious cold-hearted men. When their words came out, you will freeze. Spiritually. This is where a lot of women get caught at. If that man get in your face and tell you you ain't nothing, call you a bitch, tell you ain't nobody gonna never want you, tell you will never amount to nothing, tell you you a loser, tell you you stink, tell you your girl don't smell. I mean, I've been around some cold-hearted men, and it'll break that woman's spirit down to the ground. I done seen it. I done seen it. And a lot of women cannot get past words. And I done seen men break them down and rebuild them back up. Get in their face and tell them they this and that. And then after, and even physically beat them. And then after they beat them and mess their face up and make them sore in spirit and sore in the flesh. You got two soreness going on all at once. Body just going through it. And then they come back and kiss you. Sex you. Then you get up smiling. In pain still. The pain ain't going nowhere. Pain just don't go. You start cooking them food. Now you're back doing what the devil wants you to do through their vessel. Train you to love abuse. Train you not to want to rise. And this is where a lot of women, and this is women with materialistic things, women with businesses, women with homes, women with cars. Women pretend that they ain't studying nobody. Behind closed doors, they texting and they begging and they chasing and they crying and they lying and they popping pills and they doing something secretive behind closed doors. This is an issue. I seen it too much. Too much. That's why I said people can't fool me even when they want to. Experience makes you who you are. Not demonic experience. Anybody can call out a demonic situation. That's easy to do because you know the game, because you're playing it. When you playing the game, you can tell when somebody doing something demonic because you are familiar with it. But a lot of people cannot call out when it's light in the building. You know it's different, but that pride and that arrogant and that rebellion spirit will tell you different. This is where a lot of people get messed up at. Because when the Almighty, just like when the Almighty sent me back to my family and got me to go back to my family to get my family to come out of darkness, my family chose darkness over light. And that's why they put those severe attacks on me the way they did. Give me a minute, y'all. I got to move my clothes. I got to move my arm around for a minute. Oh, I tore my shoulder. Oh, woo, this arm is hurting. I'm sorry, y'all. I tore my rotator cuff again. Give me a second. Oh, I got to move it around because it will get stiff. Oh, it's sore, y'all, but whoa. Oh, good grief. I got to lift her up. Oh, yeah, she tore. She back again. She's messed up. Whoa. Okay. Enough of that. I got to keep her moving. She's right here. I got this patch on. She's torn. I'm going to have to go through rehab again. It's okay. But this is the problem. And I don't want to talk about what you got. I care less about what anybody got. I care less about your careers. I care less about your materialistic things. I care less about you dress your kids, you feed your kids. No, it's more to that. It is a spiritual war that we in. And if y'all don't get closer to the Almighty and allow him to show you what is out here, you're going to be a part of the wrath. I don't get up here because I just like to talk to people or I just like to talk. I don't. Before I click on this camera, I'm going to tell you right now, I give it all I got to click it on. I give it all. You might not see it because when I get up here, I just let it go. But I give it all I got to click on YouTube, to click on TikTok. I haven't even went over there yet. The post on Facebook. I don't like IG. That's going to take probably the rest of my life. I don't like it because there is nothing but a bunch of fake profiles. IG is very, very, very freely to just have a fake profile. Facebook, I know that my ex, he's over there watching me on a fake page. I just caught that the other week. The Almighty will expose them. It's just, I'm just tired of people being fake. Won't you just be you? If you're avoidance, what that mean? That's just you avoiding your truth. Yeah, you got these little fears that you fear to open up, you're scared to love, or you're scared to allow yourself to give your heart to anybody. You're supposed to be afraid of that. That is a fear. That's a good fear. That's not a fake fear. Anybody should be afraid to just hand their heart over to anybody. I'm not just going to give my heart over to any old man. That's a good fear. That's letting me know that's a boundary. That fear is a boundary. I'm not going to just because a man come in my life and give me a good conversation for about a good month or two, and then he pull away, then he come back in and give me another good conversation for a month or two, or he might take me out to dinner, or we might go to the movies. He might buy me some chocolate because he know I love chocolate. That don't mean I give my heart to him. That don't mean I let my guard down. I let my boundaries fade away. Absolutely not. I got to see and test and see what he's about. So I'm going to throw some things out there that'll tell you that this man is good for you. And I'm glad that the Almighty didn't give me a lot, because when I was in relationships, I did not have much, because that's how the Almighty set me up. When I went in with my kid's father, he took me from my grandfather and grandmother house. I'm calling her my grandmother, but she wasn't my real grandmother. She was my grandfather's girlfriend, but I called her, yeah, wait a minute, y'all, give me a minute. I told you I had to take that eyelash off. Um, he had the, I just called her my grandmother because she was the one, that was her house, and, oh, you said how the gym been? I'm looking at it since I didn't even see that. The gym has been tormenting. It's tormenting me. I'm getting through it though. I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. It's tormenting me. It is, but I love it because I can get back in it. I always did the gym. Working out at the gym is nothing. All my life, once I got older and knew what the gym was about, I'm just trying to answer to just take a break on what I'm saying. Because I don't like, oh, I don't like talking about a lot of energies like this, but I have to talk spiritual energy. I'm never physical at all. My physical days is over. That old me is gone. Because I used to be a woman like that, having nice things, and I'm being honest. And y'all know I never lied to y'all. I had a lot of things in life. I came from nowhere. And then when I start getting somewhere physically, give me a minute, y'all. I started getting somewhere physically. Now, Satan can work with me because I was broken from the beginning when I was younger. So when I start getting materialistic things as I'm growing through life, and I'm starting to get materialistic things, and I'm starting having beautiful homes. I owned a home at the age of 30. I literally owned a home. In my head, in my head, I'm thinking, ooh, can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm a home. This is how I used to think. This is how you are when you're broken and you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know nothing about spiritual. I didn't know God, so I didn't know none of that stuff. Um, I mean, my kid's father, his family, they were with God, but they were just as arrogant and prideful and egotistical as I was. And I'm in sin. So I knew it was something wrong then. I was like, I don't know what God they serving, but they're just like me. They got the same mindset that I got. I got to cut this eyelash a little bit, y'all. There we go. There we go. I had to cut that thing to a part of. Y'all might see me put this thing back on because I'm gonna have to. But when I was at the age 30, I owned my own home in Hamer, South Carolina. Me and my second relationship after my kid's father. And in my head, I'm still naive. I'm still physical. I'm still broken. I'm still wounded. I'm not married. We wasn't married when we got that home. I'm thinking in my head, oh yeah, I'm doing it now. I ain't never had a home before, and I'm 30 years old, owning my own home, only but paying taxes on it every year, paying taxes on the land, car paid for. My second relationship, he had a truck, it's paid for, pickup truck, had it all. Give me a second, y'all. Voila. Had to cut it. Give me 1 second, 1 second. There we go. Where my rag? Oh my goodness, where's the rag? Oh! Excuse me, y'all, moving around. Paid for pickup truck. He had a was it F-150 pickup truck. I had a gold Intrepid, if y'all remember them. 4-door, leather seats, fully loaded. Had all that. My kids is happy. Out. We both had good jobs, good paying jobs too. And I'm thinking in my head, give me a minute. I'm thinking in my head, I'm doing it. Or my kid's father, we owned something, but it was always in his mama name. Or if he got something, he didn't like to work. My kid's father, he just didn't like to work. He didn't feel like he needed to work, honey. He wanted to be a man, but he didn't want to work. He just wanted to, stay out there in them streets. So however he was getting his money, because he was very secretive till I found out in the long run. So going through life itself, and I was young and I didn't care how I got it with my kid's father, and I didn't know how he was getting it. I just know he was bringing finances in, but he didn't like to work. He was not going to hold a job down long. And I'm like, man, in my head, I'm young and I'm not asking these questions, I just got free because, I wanted to get out of the household that I was already in. So I'm not going to ask questions. He said he can take care of me, but to come to find out, all this came to me last night as well. My kid's father, look at it with my oldest son selling drugs. My kid's father was selling drugs when he was a 19, 20 when I met him. Didn't even know it until a lot of things look at the generational cycle and patterns, and all of these things have to come back to my remembrance because my life always moved it fast, and I wasn't a woman that put a lot of thought into things. I'm just trying to get out of one situation and get into another one, or I'm moving extremely fast to dodge this situation and run away from it, not sitting back looking at, or I wasn't a woman to be nosy or observe. It was just more of, I'm here, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Always let the men that I was with, you do what you got to do. Long as you don't disrespect me, I don't care what you do. I was always that type of woman. I didn't put too much in building no man. I'm not going to build a man because that's impossible. But I'm not going to do too much. I'm not going to make way more than my man. I'm not going to have a man that I am the breadwinner and he is the housewife. No, we're not doing that because now I'm taking on a role and I'm letting you shrink and be comfortable. No, that man got to play his role just as well as a woman got to play her role. And this is what modern times is about now because a lot of people are broken. A lot of people are burned. A lot of people are conscious is seared with a hot iron. A lot of people forbidden to marry. Look at, and here go a prime example. Look at Rihanna. Look how many people look up to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Look how many people look up to him. They look up to him. Bad. Oh, that's Rihanna. That's Rihanna. This woman got 5 kids. She just had triplets and 2 others. 5 kids. She is content bringing 5 kids into this world. This man won't marry her. Everybody's saying because she a billionaire, she got money. What does that mean? Because she's a billionaire. He got money. I don't care if she make more money than he make, but she got money. She's used to being abused. So she's settling. Even though she got $1 billion, she's a she's a billionaire, but she's settling. She might not be settling for money, but she's settling for money also. Because them celebrities got to go half naked to get paid. They got to go out here and produce their body. Look at Beyonce. She married Jay-Z. What's she out here doing? Shaking her body, half naked. Her daughter on stage, dancing with her. She half naked in front of her daughter, dancing on the stage. That's not leading by example. That's, I'm going to keep the money flowing. I'm going to use my children to bring the audience in. I'm going to keep these people idling me. And when they hear something bad about them, they don't look at them like, okay, these are satanic people. They might say they're satanic, but guess what they're going to do? They're going to still go to their show. Look at Chris Brown. He showed that he was a man beater. I mean, a woman beater, beating on Rihanna. Rihanna accepted. She got out of it, though. She ain't stay in it. She did go back, but she couldn't do it. But anyway, she didn't heal because she ended right up with A$AP Rocky. These are spiritual patterns and cycles. People still love Chris Brown. Chris Brown smoked weed. Chris Brown cursed. Chris Brown beat on a woman. Chris Brown got anger issues, and they will pay. They will take $800 to $900 out of their hard-earned money that they don't work for, or whoever gave it to them, just because, or whatever they had to do to get it, just because, to go see an individual. That Fruits is so demonic. But I just want to say, I went and seen him. I got backstage passes with him. I love him. Look at Little Bootsy. About to go to jail with the feds. Everybody look up to Little Bootsy. What are these people promoting that makes y'all want to idol them? Your wounds. You don't know the people by their fruit. They only can resonate with your wounds, how they're aching or how they're feeling for a period of time. So if a man cheat on you, you're going to immediately go find a song that, I don't want to cry, I'm not going to shed. No, this is the song that just came up. I'm not going to cry, not the time, because you're not worth my tears. You're going to find something like that that give that wound a little coping mechanism, a little ointment on it. But that pain going to still be there. Then days going to go by. Now you're going to get angry because he ain't coming back. Now you might be like, I don't care, I'll go find another. You're irreplaceable. Beyonce song. Anything that'll make you feel a little secure with what is activated within. Instead of running to the Almighty, or you may run to another man. Oh, you ain't doing good, I got me another man. And then you end up, you got another man to make him jealous, or you married a man to make him jealous, or you married a man or get with another man because you're not gonna go heal by yourself. Not me. And this is where I thank the Almighty at. Give me 1 second, y'all. I can thank the Almighty at every day of my life, and I wouldn't have it no other way. I'm not gonna move the way I used to move. If one man don't do it, I'm gonna get with another man. Not think about this man no more. I almost lost my life twice doing that. Not knowing the education behind it, not knowing the spiritual education either. It's just I was going with the weight of the world, or the way women and men do it, the way my family taught me how to do it. Because they taught me how to be very demonic. If that man won't do it, another one will. That's just the saying in the world. If that woman don't do it, another one will. So you're just bouncing around. You're not healed. A lot of women go back to the old. I never believed in going back. That's something I love that was built. And these are gifts that was built spiritually. Your experience you're supposed to grow from. I never went back to my exes. Never. And I never will. Never. Ever. I don't care how much I still feel them or felt them in my soul, or if I have a nostalgic moment or my energy just want to eat. I mean, my flesh want to eat. My demonic energy, which is my flesh, it want to eat. Go back, Siobhan. Go back to him. Go back. No. I'm not going back. Nope. Mm-mm. As much as it want me to. Mm-mm. Nope. Much as my wounds wanted to. No. Mm-mm. When I get out, I make sure the damage is so severe that I don't even want to think about them. Even though I had long-term relationships, I don't think about them. Them men don't even come across my head. The only reason why my ex came across my head the last week is because when I went on Facebook to post a video, it shows in the middle where I guess people come up at, and there it was, his profile, Pernell Gibson. That was his name, Pernell Gibson. And I'm like, with his mom and a few of his family members on there. And I'm like, he's watching me. Which I don't care. If watching me help heal him some kind of way, so be it. So I'm like, what's the point of blocking him? Same thing with my brother. Same thing with the family members. I block all these people. Guess what they did? They're going to watch you through people pages. They're going to watch you through a fake page. So what's the point in blocking them? Learn how to let them not be blocked, because in their head, they think if you block me, you don't want me. I mean, if you block me, you don't want me. But if you don't block me, you want me. That's far from the truth on my end. That is so far from the truth on my end. If I don't block you, that don't mean I still want you. I ain't blocking you because you're going to find another way to watch me. So what's the point of me putting all this effort into blocking you and being like, oh, they won't see me no more? No. I'm not going to block you, and I still don't want you. And if you come across my page, just say if my ex would come across my page, just say if he would. And he say, well, a year in not drinking alcohol. You don't think I wouldn't go up there and say, congratulations? Oh, that is a milestone for you, because I know his history, and I know that he did not want to break free. He'll tell me real quick, I can't quit smoking and I can't quit drinking. I'm not giving up these two, because these two is what I rely on, and that's what it's going to be. When he told me that, I said, and this is what it's going to be with me. I'm gone. If you can't give up addictions, and that's what you are dependent on, then I can't be with you. And that's what made me leave him. I'm gone. If I see on a page and his page come past and congratulations, I want to congratulate myself. And now if somebody else say congratulations, I know he's still there. He's still codependent on somebody else to build him up. No, I want a man that know how to build himself up. But it's congratulations. I want to celebrate myself because I went a year without drinking alcohol. Let me tell you something. That's a milestone. I know that would have been a milestone for him, because I know that drinking is something he said he'll never give up. Smoking cigarettes is something he said he'll never give up. Laying around with different women, he said he'll never give up. These are the three things he told me when me and him was splitting up. He said, well, I'm going to go back being a hoe. He said, it works for me. I said, well, go back being a hoe. That's not going to stop me from being with you, because you're going to be a hoe regardless if I'm with you or not, because you're not going to trust that now that I'm walking out your life. You're not going to trust that I'm going to stay. So go ahead and be a hoe. Do your thing. And that's what he went back doing, just picking up women that he knew in the past. But when he got back the women he knew in the past, they was still tied to their past. So it was a whole lot of past tense chaos. And then he ended up finding a little young lady that he'd start dealing with. But her past was dramatic. So when you thinking that you're going to hurt another individuals or women, when you think that man going to hurt you because he back to his past, or he's going back being somebody that he used to be, he was going to be that anyways. Why stay? Why feel like you need to stay? Why you feel like it's going to change? Or why put effort in trying to change somebody that don't want to be changed? The only effort you need to put in changing is yourself. Even if you have to lose environment. I lost the environments. I left it all behind. I mean, when I tell you I have beautiful stuff, and I'm going to post some of my furniture. I think I post some before, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to post some of my furniture. My head is itching, y'all, because I have to get these dreads in. My hair is growing back in certain areas, and it is itching me bad. I don't want to put no grease on my head because grease itches my hair, and it stops my growth for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, you can't change them. You can't change them at all. You can't change them no matter how much you want to change them, how much you think you can change them, how much you think it's going to happen. It's not, you can't change them. And I don't care how much you got. If that man don't want to be who he want to be, if that man don't want to elevate, my ex didn't want to elevate. My kid's father didn't want to elevate. The second man I was with didn't want to elevate. My friend, my twin that I was connected to, he didn't want to elevate. So I couldn't force these people to elevate. But I will find one that will elevate. And I didn't sit and wait on them. I'm not waiting on nobody right now. I'm just waiting for the Almighty to open doors for me. But I would never wait for a man or wait for a man to get himself together. Then I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to get himself together when he had the opportunity to grow. And see, they thinking that I was just a random woman. I wasn't random. I was sent. These men prayed to the Almighty, and this whole time I was chosen, the Almighty sent his daughter in. And I mean, there's other women that's going to come in and be romantic. They'll make you happy. They'll do whatever. But energetically, they don't have the energy that divine feminists have. We have real potent energy, and our energy is going to challenge you to grow. We're not going to not sit down and watch you fall apart. We're going to challenge your potential. We're not going to help you get in your potential. Corey, who is Corey? We're not going to help you get in your potential, but we're going to activate it. Like, you could do better. You ain't got to sit there and have a defiled heart. You're not going to make us shrink so you can be comfortable. We're going to challenge because we know you have it. And we know you can unlock it, but we're not going to let you waste our time. Our time is never wasted, because as long as you wasting time, I'm building up, because time going to get me out. Same thing went for my family. I was sent back because that's what they wanted. They wanted some healing. But when the healing came, they didn't like who was sent back. And they didn't like that healing got boundaries. They want healing without boundaries. They want healing without effort. They want healing without standards. They want healing without growing. They just want somebody to come in and hold their hand. No, walk on water. You can do it. Like if you tell your children, I'm going to take these training wheels off, you got to ride that bicycle. They're going to fall a couple of times. They might be afraid. But guess what? They're going to do it. I know in my family, I got young little girls come from my cousins and them. These little girls, 8, 9 years old, and they don't even know how to ride a bicycle. They don't even know how to roller skate. They don't even know how to go outside and make a mud pedal. They don't even know how to spell anything, spell their own names. You ask me. Actually, they don't know how to do nothing but sit around, mature real quick, listen to grown people business, be very, very demonically mature. And this is where a lot of women come up real fast and they think that they grown. I'm grown because I was mature. I'm mature real fast. You're demonically mature fast. You demonically mature how to gossip, how to have sex, how to lie, how to manipulate, how to use your body. You mature fast demonically, but spiritually you're immature because integrity don't fall for anything. Dignity stands when everything crumbling. I ain't giving up my dignity. I might need that. I might need that $30,000, but I ain't having sex with you, bro. I can't. I just can't have sex with you. I just have to deal with it. That's dignity. I know I need to pay my mortgage today, and they told me if I don't have 30,000 in by today, um, you got it right here, but the circumstances that come with getting that 30,000 from you, I have to lay with you. I'm gonna lose my house today. And if you lose it, you lose it. But don't lose your dignity. Don't lose your dignity. Anybody can have morals. Morals is basically can be performance. Kind, caring, friendly smile. What do that friendly smile got a trustworthy heart? These are the things that we got to understand the difference in. Give me a second. I got to stand up. I said to him, 1 minute, I'll be right back. I got to stand up for a minute. Ow. This is how I got to do for my exercise because you'll get stiff if you don't stand up. Give me 1 second. I got myself on a timer that tells me what I need to do. Oh no, my body. This is my exercise time. Whoa! Give me a minute. I got to scream because my rotor cough. Oh. Oh. See, I have to walk. I'm doing a lot of walking. See? Hold on. See, I'm around here in the parking lot. This is where I sit some days to wait for my orders to come. Look at Tim. Hey, Tim. Let me go. I'm going to stand up a little bit and talk because I can't sit down a lot. I have to stand up. But yeah, we have to learn how to celebrate ourselves. Hey, Tim. How you doing? You having a good morning so far? It's a morning. Okay, sunshine. Absolutely. See you later. But yeah, this is what we have to learn as women. We have to learn to celebrate our own selves. So this is how you can attract your lover or whatever you want. Because if that man see you, men are built different. And I hung around with men all my life. I don't care if they were feminine, they were alpha, overbearing, arrogant, boasters, very prideful. I've been around men that are sensitive. I've been around all types of men. Believe me when I tell you, I study them just like men study women. And one thing men don't like, even though women think that they like it, but they don't. A man that can control you. You are not challenging him. And if he know he can control you, or you'll be at his every banking call, he not gonna want you because you're too available. If he say, "Come away, come home. I need you to come home. I'm not watching these kids today." And I'm telling you what I've seen in my life. I ain't watching these kids today. Come home. I got to go out. I need you to just come on. You got to take off from work today. 9 times out of 10, y'all ladies are going to take off from work and go home. You're going to panic. You're going to go in panic mode. And you're going to take off from work, and you're going to, your job can be on the urge of being lost, and you will come home. I done seen it too many times. When I tell you I done seen some stuff out of women, I be like, mm-mm. One woman told me, "You'll never have a man." I said, "Believe it or not, I'll have many." I'm not going to lose my dignity to keep a man. I'm not going to lose my integrity. I'm definitely not going to do that. And I'm sure not going to shrink to have one. If he lose, he lose. I'm going to win regardless. But I'm not going to feel like I lost because he walked away. I lost because he ghosted me. I lost because I'm not too available. I'm not going to never be too available. I'm going to show you I can be available, and I'm going to show you that I cannot be available. I'm going to make sure I show you both sides of me, because I'm not going to just give you one side, and inside I'm scared to show you the other side because I'm going to lose you. Absolutely not. Use a lost cause. And this is where a lot of women mess up at. And this is where a lot of women don't like to talk about it, but they're front about it. They'll put on the mask in the public. I mean this, I mean that. I don't want him no more. He better not think about it. He better not come back to my house. I'm done with him. And da 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 da. And then you're lying. Because as soon as he appear, your phone shut down. Your house shut down. You don't want to talk to your friends no more. You don't want to talk to your kids no more. You don't want to talk to your parents no more. Now you're sneaking around because you done told everybody a different type of story about them. No, be yourself. It's not nobody business how you feel. You don't need nobody else's opinions but your own. What do your opinion tell you? What do your soul deep down inside is telling you? Because one thing about a woman, we have very high intuition. Our intuition kicks in. I mean, sharp is very sharp. So why in the world you act like you ain't got a sharp intuition? You act like it ain't there. You act like you a starfish. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm thinking. And your intuition telling you no. But your fears telling you yay. No. Absolutely not. No. That's a no-no. Y'all see my little white car? Ooh. I got a Volvo. I'm from Colorado, honey. That's what the tag said, Colorado. I'm gonna go switch her up on Thursday. I'll be driving something else on Thursday. I'll try not to keep her long, because once people start spotting me, then that lets me know it's time to switch up. I stay very hard to find. I don't like to be found. I don't. I want to be. All right. I just had to stand up for a little bit. I told you I'm gonna sit on here until an order come. Give me a minute. This is how I do throughout the day. If I'm not studying, I was studying a little bit this morning, but I'm just chilling right now. It's 8 o'clock. I'm not good. My body is not as well. I'm learning how to be. My energy been real low. I've been taking a lot of energies this week. The energies that's been coming through my body has been really serious. And I want to talk about another topic too here. Get it all out. I might not talk to y'all at all tomorrow. I don't know. I know how I am. I can't even, I'm not even, I can't even, oh, I can't even predict my own self. I don't even know my own self sometimes. Some days I'll be like, Siobhan, you say you ain't, and then you do. I mean, my life is very unpredictable for my own self. Some days I can't even keep up with my own self, believe it or not. That's why when I tell people stuff, and they be like, well, Siobhan, you told me you were coming. it's not that I don't mean to. It's that I do mean to what I say, but my life is such a maze. My life can transform overnight. Like when I was in November the 29th, I never forget it. I was on the phone with my son's baby mama because I was using her address while I was in Columbus, Ohio, taking me a mental break, and it really soothed. It really got me through. I ain't lying. I loved it. And I was taking a mental break in Columbus, Ohio, and I was on that phone with her that Saturday, and I'm telling her Google AdSense is going to send me a code from YouTube to her mail, and they were. And I was like, when it get there, it said take 2 weeks. I said, so when it get there, notify me because I need you to read me the code because I can start monetizing my channel. So she was like, all right, I'll let you know when it get here. And I'm not thinking nothing of it. I say I'm in a hotel. I'm in a hotel, so I'm resting right now. My body tired, and it was cold. So I didn't want to stay out in the cold. So some days I would, some days I wouldn't. I can get to the truck stop and just let the car run and, get the heat on. So I said today I just need to lay down for a minute. This weekend I need to lay down. And at that time, it seemed like my sugar level was through the roof because I felt like I was drunk. And I couldn't really move around. And I never forget sitting in Hilliard, Ohio, in the parking lot of Kroger's, and I just couldn't move. And I went to the laundromat to do some laundry, and I lost everything. That November. Let me go back because I can't remember the date. Yeah, November the 30th. I lost everything. Everything that I had in that car, my wallet, my birth certificate, my social security number, all of that stuff was in that car. Credit cards, everything. I had to cut everything off, cancel it. I ain't get my birth certificate yet, but I can go right there to the health department, 30 minutes away. That my hometown 30 minutes away from where I'm at. I can go right there and get that. But I did get my social security card. I had my license. The Almighty already knew all this was gonna go down because normally I would leave that stuff in the car. I would leave my pouch and everything in the car. But this specific day, I took that stuff in, which that should have been. I don't know why I didn't read it, but I didn't. I was exhausted, and I had to lay down because it felt like my sugar level was extremely high, and I'm like, I ain't never had this feeling before. So I lay down and I talked to her. So I get some rest. I get back up that morning and I did a Facebook Live, and I went. I don't know what that light came on. Telling me it's a Volkswagen. Welcome. But I went to Sheets. It's called Sheets down there. If y'all know what that is, if y'all got that in y'all cities, I went to Sheets to get a pretzel bagel sandwich. I think those are so good. And I came back and I did a Facebook Live. I sat on live a little bit, and went back into the room, laid down, woke up within 1 hour, and looked out the window and my car was gone. And I was like, no way. Where is the car? I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I'm stuck. Now I'm crying. I'm calling Heavenly Father. I'm calling my spiritual mom. I was like, man, my car gone. I'm stuck here. My life turned just like that. Over and within 12 hours, my life shift just like that. That's why right now, I don't take my life, like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen next month. I don't know because my life will shift. And when it shift, I always let y'all know. I always go on YouTube, listen, my life then shift. Now, next time I know it ain't going to shift for the bad. I know it's going to shift for the good, the great. And that's all I'm waiting for, the Almighty to bring that shift on because I'm ready to go. I'm telling you, I'm ready to go now. I'm tired now. This is what I told him. I'm tired. I'm tired in this situation. And I'll be saying stuff like, why, where are all the chosen ones that's supposed to be going through this? But the greater your mission is, the greater your blessing is. So my mission been very great. Like I know people won't be able to endure. I mean, I be around people that is, stays in their cars or stays in hotels, but they have family. They just choose to be out here. I'm not out here by choice. I'm out here by purpose. This is what's the Almighty put on my journey. But if I didn't have to be out here, God knows in heaven. He knows. No. And I'm Brazilian and I work and I make money. No. Why would I want to be out here? But I know it come part of my journey. I know this ain't something that this ain't, this right here. No, this is really a serious mental problem if you're not strong. And people out here, you be amazed, they vape hard. They be vaping real hard. I be like, nah, I ain't doing no vape. I ain't vaping. I stay sober. The Almighty say this is for His glory. I would never put no bad dirt on His name. And I don't have a desire want to vape anyways. I don't. My desire is just to do His will, but I don't desire to do anything bad. I mean, I got a lot of invites. I'm not going to do it. My barber, yesterday I was in Audie's and he came in. I didn't hear him because I always had music in my ear, so a lot of people can sneak up on me. And he came in. I came in the grocery store. He was already there. Hi. And he said, I looked around the corner and he was peeping around the corner. He was like, I was saying hi, lady. And I was like, I didn't hear you. This is my barbershop. My barber. He's fine now. Believe me when I tell you, but I don't have a desire because I already know how he is. There's a difference when you know and you don't know. But he was like, I was saying hi to you, lady. You didn't even hear me. I was like, I didn't hear you. His name is Don. I said, Don, I didn't hear you. And he was like, what you up to? You always working. He said, man, you're a workaholic. He was like, you grind. He was like, but if you ever need a room, you can come stay with me. I'm like, Don, I know I could. I know you would, but no, because he's not going to understand the chosen journey. Even if he say he do, he's not going to understand. Many people don't understand. They say they do. Many people don't understand. I didn't understand it at first either. I'm just like, if I'm called by or chosen by the Almighty God, why would I hold on, y'all? I know he mean well. We all grew up together, but no, I'm not moving in with no man. If I do ever move in with a man, he'll be my husband. But just to move in with a man, because I know that man ain't gonna just let me stay in that house and nothing gonna happen. No. I mean, I would pay my way, but it still wouldn't be no, it'd be a lot of different rumors on me. And I'm very strategic about who I am. And I'm very strategic about what people say, even though I'm very kind to people, because that's just a gift that was given. But don't cross the kindness. The kindness will show up as a crazy woman. I will get crazy on you. Don't think because I'm sweet, I sound sweet. I give out strong sweetness. Honey, I can get sour if you twist me that way. And my sour ain't like it used to be. I don't put my hands on nobody. I don't curse nobody out. Now, I did curse my brother and them. I did tell y'all that. So they can't say, oh, she cursed. Y'all already know. Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth. And I didn't curse at my twin, but I cursed in the sentence. I just had to get it off my chest because they put a lot of pressure on me. They put a lot of pressure on my life. Y'all don't know. Y'all probably I've been through this and do that. But man, the pressure I had to endure and the spiritual warfare I had to endure. Some days I sit here and be like, I'm still alive. Like, I can still get on these platforms and speak to y'all. Like, man, mentally, they almost had me. They almost made me lose my dignity. They almost had me on TV. Them people almost had me on TV. I'm telling you, I almost lost that. Almost they one more push, one more push from any of those people that was connected to me in my life, I would have been on the news. I was gonna lose everything I had in me. I never forget when my cousin tried me. Now I wasn't all the way in my walk with the Almighty and reading the Word of God. It said turn the other cheek. And I'm like, turning the other cheek. What does that mean? I'm not, I was never used to turning no other cheek. And I'm like, what that mean? So I'm reading more, and then the Almighty will find somebody to give you the, or he'll send a message to clarify what he's saying. He works in signs and synchronicities. So I'm like, what is he saying? Turn the other cheek. Then he was like, eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. And I'm like, yeah, that's right up my alley. I'm vindictive. Like, yeah, I'm revengeful. You hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. You take my eye, I'm going to take your eye. Yeah, I'm down with that, you know. When you walk with the Almighty, you can't do them things. You can't, it ain't no eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. You got to turn the other cheek. So when they do something towards you, you can't do nothing back. So that was one of my biggest no. Like, you do me, I'm gonna do you back. So walking that walk, my cousin, she was like, she tried me that day, and I was sitting in her yard in the car, because that's when I moved back from. That's when the Almighty took everything from me and moved me back to my hometown. So I'm staying with my brother's first ex-wife. So I'm coming up because, you know, I'm DoorDashing. So I got on DoorDash, and I didn't know that was a small little learning how to be an entrepreneur. So I'm like, I can work when I want to work. And then the unemployment kicked in. And back then they was giving $948 and some cents a week. And I'm like, oh, I ain't even got to work. You know, this is gravy. So I'm just rolling up. I'm back. I never quit smoking at that time. I'm smoking, and my cousin boyfriend, he was selling weed, so I was buying weed from him. So I sat in the yard, and I was sitting there one day, and the little boy was telling me how they were beating on him and whatever in the house. And I'm like, put the police on him. Whoever hitting on you, put the police on him. I say, do you want me to say something? It was like, yeah, this been going on. But see, it teaches you something when people are embedded in being abused. You can't help people. I didn't realize that in the beginning. I'm running my mouth, but they know I didn't play, though. I'm going to run my mouth because I'm going to tell you how I feel, especially when it's abusing children. So all of this stuff went down, and the next day, I guess he told them that he going to tell me because I'm going to help him. I'll put the police on him. So she come to the car. I'm sitting in the car rolling up, about to get it in. And she come to the car and she said, you got something you want to say to me? That my cousin, she's a bully. She bully a lot of people in my hometown. She was a great fighter. I'm not gonna knock her on that. My cousin, April was a great fighter. She knew how to throw them hands, like seriously, not no petty throw hands. She knew how to roll. She was a battle cat out there in the streets, real talk. So that's when people see that you can defeat certain people and you're a great fighter, people got a thing of boosting your head up, and that image will go with you forever. You don't think that anybody else can come through your lifetime and knock you out. So she had that image for a long time. Everybody, oh, don't mess with April. April knock you out, boy. April battle cat. Back in the day, a lot of people hold on to them type of images. Back in the day, April knocked you out. She knocked you down. She's still holding on to this image in her 50s. Ain't fighting nothing. So she thinking everybody afraid of her still, and she's still thinking that I'm young and, she can bully anybody. So I'm like in my head like, here we go. I know I'm gonna have to go ahead and get out this car. Now I'm in my walk, but I'm not in my walk. I'm awakening, but I'm not awakening fully to my truth. So no, I ain't doing that one. And she coming to the car door. She bully. You got something you want to say to me? And I'm rolling. I'm like, what you talking about, girl? And I'm focused on my roll because I'm ready to smoke. She went. You think you better than us? You think you better than anybody? What you come back here for, anyways? You come back here to start some trouble? What you here for? What are you talking about? Where's all this come from? It's too early in the morning. It was early in the morning. Too early in the morning, girl. What you talking about? I'm out here in the yard chilling. Did I say anything to you? What you tell Kai? You told Kai to call the police on me? You told Kai to do what? He said y'all in that house beating on him, and this is just how I'm talking to her. He said that y'all beating on him inside of that house. So yeah, I told him if y'all hitting on him like he said y'all was, call the police. Who you supposed to be? How you gonna come around here and try to change things? None of that. And I'm sitting in the car and I'm like, matter of fact, my daughter was down there that year. She was in the hometown that year. As soon as she got there, she copped her a sugar daddy immediately. She knew how to go on the streets and get her. She copped her a sugar daddy. They know a new phase. She can get anything she wants. She was beautiful, nice shape, whatever. She copped her a sugar daddy. She was with a sugar daddy. And I'm sitting in the yard and she start going off at her mouth. I'm not good with that. I'm just not good with the arguing. I'm not good with it. So I get out the car and I say, what you want to do? Cause like, what's up? You keep running. You keep running out. I got to tell y'all the stories because I can't put them in a way. And she jumped out and, what you want to do? That was just like, what you want to do? And I know she fights. So I'm like, I'm not going to let this girl hit me. And I'm not fully in my walk with God at all. Nowhere near it. And I'm like, what you want to do? I said, cause I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna shame you in your own yard. I'm gonna get out your yard. So I moved to the next door neighbor house. I said, can I park my Jeep right here? She's like, sure. Nobody ever asked me that. She's like, they just park here. I was like, oh, you'd be amazed what people think in their head. So I was like, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I was like, well, if you don't like people parking in your yard, you have to let them know. She's like, it'd be mainly your cousin and them. I was like, well, I'm going to break this out right now. So I start going in on it. I said, cuz, listen, you come down here, come in the middle of the street, I'll meet you halfway. And if you swing on me, I'm going to choke the life out. Nothing never coming back. You're not coming back. So your family bonds will kiss you goodbye. Because you come down here, I'm going to choke the life out of you. I mean it. And I had a lot of pressure by losing my son, losing everything, had to move here, move on. I never was used to living with nobody. That is taking away my independence. I'm feeling weak. I'm feeling soft. I'm feeling like a loser. I'm feeling all kinds of things. And now you coming up in the midst of, I ain't got nothing. So I didn't understand what vulnerability meant in the spiritual world. So I thought losing everything in the physical world, vulnerability was you're a loser, you're a failure. You're a failure. That's what I really did thought that vulnerability was, because I wasn't never used to being vulnerable or living with anybody from the age of 14 till the age of 44. So I'm not used to living or being on anybody or depending on anybody. So I'm feeling like a failure anyways. I got a car, but I ain't got no house. I got a job, but I ain't got no house. It's all kinds of things going through my head. And I'm like, you messing with me on the wrong time. You see that I'm vulnerable. Y'all got everything. You got a car, and I'm getting her rental cars. I'm getting her rental cars. That I was, because her car got, I don't know what happened to her car. Something happened, or I don't know what went down with that, but I'm getting her rental car to get back to work, and she's coming attacking me, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, ain't nobody else looking out for you. She asking everybody else to get a rental car. Ain't nobody doing it. And just because I say that y'all shouldn't be hitting on this little boy, this triggered you. But that wasn't the case. Even though they had more than me and I'm still helping them get in certain things, they didn't like my strength. Give me a minute. I'm probably going to have to get off in a minute. But I'm going through it because I got so many different mixed emotions, from physical to spiritual. And basically everything I'm telling y'all is learning me how to balance out overcoming Satan. This is what it's about. And it was very hard to go up against, these individuals and not fight back the way I always knew how to fight back. So as I'm going through it with them, I'm being I felt like I'm being defeated. Like they weaponizing, I ain't got no house, or they trying to use what I'm going through against me, and that was triggering me. But those were abandonment and rejection, and felt like I was a loser. That was insecurities that I had to grow over, because those insecurities was keeping me under, and by the words that was coming out of people's mouths that I used to do things for, and they didn't appreciate it. So this is what was growing me. That's why I had to go back to the battlegrounds of my family to overcome, their small talk, or overcome their usury, or closing up, avoidance, letting other people come in my life in love, or not liking having female friends. But I do still observe any female that's around me. But still, it helped me to open up and just listen to people, not just avoid people or be rebellious of hearing other people's um words, or hearing their stories. But it's a lot of people out here that exaggerates a lot too, and that's the issue, because people just fit their pattern cycles of what they're going through, and they try to resonate with somebody else, and just saying they overcome something and they haven't overcame. Because beating Satan takes a lot, and beating Satan, you have to do it alone. You can't have anybody. You can't have your children that you can go run to and take energy from, because this is what people really do. They use their kids to take energy from them. They use a family, a friend, a co-worker, a church, anything that can like give you that type of soothing um cycle at that time, because you don't know how to stand up to your fears, or you don't know how to conquer your fears. And this is what walking with the Almighty required. And I'm in all of these vulnerable situations, and I'm about to lose my mind because I'm not used to it. And I'm like, I'm vulnerable, I'm a failure. They say I'm following God, but I'm losing everything. How in the world is you losing everything and you following God? And everybody that's with God, they got everything, or they richer, or they getting richer. I mean, but I'm had everything, but I had to lose everything. And I'm still not understanding that. And I do need a coping mechanism, and I was smoking weed. I'm losing my son, my daughter, my other son, my whole freaking family turning on me all at once. Not one, but everybody partnershiping and groupies on me, and chats and group chats and all. It was crazy. And just the one on me had to endure all of that from the whole community, plus my whole family in the community that's just telling the community all kinds of stupid stuff about me. This is the stuff I endure. Was it painful? Absolutely, yes. I lost everything, and then on top of it, I had to hear very crushing words coming from he must not be from here, because I don't know no dump truck coming. And that's where it all stems. And this is where when I do these videos, it goes, I have to explain them to you all, so y'all can take the avoidance out of it. All the spirits that's inside of my testimonies is the reason why the Almighty have you awakening, oh, and doing things of that nature. So this is why I'm going to stop here, because I got to go to work. But see what's on this chart, and then I go over here to TikTok. This is the one I don't want to go to, because they're gonna cook into YouTube, because ain't too many people come up here. So I like it over here. But when I go on TikTok, they coming, and soon they see spiritual therapists, they're gonna ride. So I got to learn how to get in the spotlight because I know once I leave TikTok coming over here because they're going to shut TikTok down. So they're going to try to find, the people that they follow. So I'm going to leave it right there and I will be back up here hopefully this afternoon um, to do more, give YouTube more time just to keep building this content. Believe it or not, when I tell y'all this, it is very hard to do. It's very hard to do. It's very hard to get up here and speak to public. I don't like it. If I could just go off and the Almighty can just give me a house in the woods away from the whole entire world, believe me, I would accept. I just now prefer being alone because everybody I get around, they not really living their truth or they don't want to live their truth. And it's very devastating to me. So I'm learning now to just accept people and learning, to be around people. It's a big step for me. Believe me when I tell you, it might not look like it because I'm just going with this speaking, but I'm just not paying attention. I'm just letting the spirit flow, let my spirit talk. But other than that, this is a, believe it or not, this is the biggest step ever took in my life to get in on internets or anything to help others understand how to be grounded and rooted because I don't like it. But I got to go over here on TikTok, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all all be great. But I just want to put that out there. I don't like this. But, I mean, it's something I got to do because this is my purpose. This is my calling. This is what I was chosen to do. So I have to do it. But I love y'all until this afternoon, Lord's will. If I come back up, maybe not. It depends. I might have I might have a bigger dose of confidence to do so. But until then, y'all be great. Y'all all have a great day and y'all enjoy your morning. And just remember, celebrate yourself. Okay? Pick up your own pieces, not somebody else's. Blessings.